After Trump lifts prayers up for McCain, McCain stabbed him in the back with this. It was just announced that Senator John McCain has been diagnosed with a brain tumor. When someone you know receives such a diagnosis, no matter what's gone on before, it's time to take off the gloves and show compassion. And that's exactly what President Trump, and his wife Melania, did when they found out. Apparently, though, Senator McCain didn't feel like reciprocating the good and positive thoughts. Instead, he vehemently criticized the president, after he heard reports that Trump intends to end the CIA program that Obama started, that arms and trains rebels against Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. In McCain's opinion, making any concession to Russia, absent a broader strategy for Syria, is irresponsible and short-sighted. Watch as McCain criticizes our president just before his diagnosis.
Senate Armed Services Committee, Arizona's John McCain. Senator, I want to jump all over the world here, but let's start with...
There's a lot of ground to cover.
That's right. We don't have a globe, but let's start with Russia.
Yep.
So the UN ambassador said, in terms of consequences for Russian interference in the election, she said, don't think this is over. And she suggested consequences could come. But the president this morning is tweeting, and he said the following: now it is time to move forward in working constructively with the Russians. That seems to suggest no consequences.
Well, so far, the interesting aspect of this whole issue is we know that Russia tried to change the outcome of our election last November, and they did not succeed, but there was really sophisticated attempts to do so. So far, they have not paid a single price for that. We passed a very good bill through the Senate on sanctions, and we also have other proposals out there. But as far as a specific penalty for what they did, there has been no penalty. So if you were Vladimir Putin, who I've gotten to know over the years, you're sitting there and you got away with literally trying to change the outcome, not just of our election, French election, tried to overthrow the government of Montenegro, a beautiful little country, I recommend it. There's been no penalty whatsoever. Time to move forward. Yes, it's time to move forward, but there has to be a price to pay.
Why not? Why does there have to be a price?
Otherwise, he will be encouraged to do so again, obviously. I mean, does anyone doubt his intentions of undermining American supremacy, undermining democracy, the principles of freedom and all of the things that have epitomized Europe and the world since the end of World War II? For the last 70 years, we've had a new world order. And that is now under severe stress, not only in Europe, but all over the world.
The president announced, and the White House says this is a significant achievement of their meeting. The president, again, tweeting this morning, said, Putin and I discussed forming an impenetrable cybersecurity unit so that election hacking and many other negative things will be guarded. What do you think?
I am sure that Vladimir Putin could be of enormous assistance in that effort, since he's doing the hacking. I mean, look, I support this president. I did not support him, okay, but he is the president. I've tried to work with him wherever I can. In armed services, we passed a defense authorization bill, which maybe we'll get to.
Trump's strategy for Russia is to negotiate and to try to improve United States and Russian relations. There are complex issues between the United States and Russia as it relates to Syria. Obama's plan wasn't working. It's time for our country, including Senator McCain, to band together behind our president and to trust him as the strong and capable leader he has proven himself to be. I am certainly very sorry that Senator McCain has gotten such a horrendous medical diagnosis. I hope he can get some rest, and he needs to let the president do his job. Share this news and subscribe.